Alright, man, listen. I need to get my DP up, and one of the best ways to do that is to grind one of the newest spots in the game, being Jade Forest. So let's get into it. So what better way to figure out where to grind than to go to the new winter zone, go into the city of Elton, and talk to some of the locals. So I pulled up to the city and ran into this little mole dude named Enrique, and he told me that there's this new little spot called Jade Forest, and here I can grind the best helmet in the game called Labresca. Woo, we are moving! So you might be wondering, Slushy, where the heck are you at now? Well, anytime you grind, you gotta have the best buffs on to grind at maximum. Hold on 1 second. We're soaring, flying.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Sometimes my voice just be going all kinds of whack. But now we in the city, and I'm about to show you what you need to get to be able to grind. So first things first, we're gonna head over to the church, and we walk right up here. We go inside this door, and we talk to the homie priest, Arson. We talk to him right here. They have updated the game recently where you can get 5-hour church buffs, which is amazing. So we're gonna get the attack buff and also the protection buff because, yes, you might have guessed it, Jade Forest does hit pretty hard. Now, I also grabbed myself a little buff from my house. The house buff that I use currently is going to be the plus 15 AP buff, and that is this buff right here from the Master Stuffed Shadow Lion Head, which gives you plus 15 AP. You can go and try to get one off the market. Sometimes they are a little bit hard to come by, so you might need to put up a pre-order. I think they're about 150 million, but definitely worth it if you grind a lot. Plus 15 AP, not to your sheet, but hidden AP, which is going to be really nice and is going to help you out a lot. I need to put on my helmet here, and the next buff that you need to grab is going to be the crit buff that you can get from the church up here from the homie Caroline. So let's head up here, and we're gonna grab Caroline's kindness. Yo, what's up, Caroline? Let me get that buff. It's gonna be 25 energy, and right there we already have some buffs. We got the plus AP plus 8, all accuracy plus 8 from the church, damage reduction plus 8, max HP plus 150 from the church, the crit hit damage plus 10%. Then we also got all AP plus 15 from the house. And I also have on 2 drop rate buffs. One is for the pre-creation of Wusa, which gives you 20% drop rate. And the other is one that you can do every 10 hours. From Calpheon, you do a little quest, which gives you item drop rate plus 10%, also some extra AP. So definitely recommend going over to Calpheon, talking to Ruben, and doing the Calpheon quest that takes about a minute to do, and you will get that nice buff. I believe it's till December 28th. With those buffs in mind, let's talk about some of the other buffs that you might want to use whenever you are grinding at Jade Forest, and that is going to be the food buffs. The food buffs that I use Simple Cron Meal. This is going to be basically everything you need for your food, so you're going to go ahead and pop that. I also use Spirit Perfume Elixir. This is going to allow me to not have to use mana pots. This is going to recover my MP anytime I hit a mob, so this is going to keep my MP up. I won't have to use a skill add-on, so I'll be able to actually get more damage. I'm also going to use Frenzies. Now, if your DP isn't that high, I recommend maybe using Beast Routes. Frenzies is going to reduce all DP by 15. So if you do have, lower armor, I do recommend using Beast Routes. But if you can afford Frenzies, they are expensive. But if you're grinding those higher spots, they're going to be something that's going to help you out a lot. So you can go ahead and pop one of these too. I'm just going to pop it now, even though I'm not at the grind spot, just to show you guys what you're going to need to use. Also, if you have one of the new fairy skills called Continuous Care, you are able to actually automatically buff yourself every time one of your buffs run out. So anytime my food, Frenzy, or Spirit Perfume Elixir run out, I have this going on my fairy, and it's going to go ahead and pop it all the time. I'm also going to go ahead and use loot scrolls. Loot scrolls are really, really nice. These are going to allow you to increase your loot. So I use it on the blue method. I do not use yellow because at Jade Forest, Yellows only increase your loot by about 2k per hour, so it's really not that much. So I highly recommend using the blue loot scroll. And then also, when it comes to artifacts, there is a lot of different artifacts that you can use, and there is a great website called garmoth.com. Once you come over here to garmoth.com, you're gonna go up top and click on artifacts. From here, you can search through here and look at any artifacts that you think might be good for you to use. Now, if you're trying to figure out what is the best for you to use, there was actually a list and basically a study done by a streamer and content creator by the name of Big and Shiny. I will leave his stream in the description down below, as well as the link to this. Go ahead and look through this. This basically tells you what's the best artifacts to use basically at different grind spots. So this is definitely something that you can go in and check out. This will definitely give you a good look. Also, if you go in here, a lot of the best artifact sets are going to use iridescence. Not all of them, but some of the best. Like this one right here. This gives you all AP against monsters, all AP against monsters. There's also some that gives you species damage, which is really, really good right now. I would definitely check that out. There is also another really good one that is called Death Blow, and this is currently what I use. Now, this is pretty much only good for Shy and Zerker, but the reason why I use it is because I've had it since basically they came out. I was able to get 2 blade or stones really early on when they were only about $1 bill a piece, and now they're like $5 bill a piece, and I just can't see myself getting rid of them because they almost never go up for sale, and it works for me. You don't have to get this. I would just get something that's going to give you any type of either species damage or monster damage, and definitely check out this sheet over here because it will help you out a lot. So here's the artifacts I was talking about. For me, I like to use extra AP against monsters. If you are having a hard time struggling against monsters, they're hitting you really hard, you can go ahead and use a monster damage reduction. That's going to give you monster damage reduction plus 9. So 2 of them is going to give you plus 18 damage reduction, plus whatever light zone effect that you put in. Currently, I'm running 2 AP against monsters, so this is going to give me 12 AP against monsters. Plus, I'm going to have another 10 AP from Death Blow itself, plus 10% crit rate, plus another 6 AP from the Predations, and another 4% critical hit rate from the Light Stones of Blades. So that's going to really boost me up. I'm also rocking a Tet Fiery Black Star with AP against monsters. So basically this is like my grind setup. Normally I rock this Dandy over here for like PvP and stuff because I do have more AP with that setup, but I was able to enhance this the other day, and this is what I use currently for grinding. Unfortunately, I don't want to take my Caphras out to put my Garmoth back onto my Kudum. If you have a Garmoth, I recommend running that in your Kudum. That'll be really good. You can also run 4 Hooms if you need extra tankiness. Right now I do not have 4 Hooms. Then you can also run other basically crystals that give you other good stats. Currently right now I am running Vipers. I also have Special Evasion because I do have a Garmoth. It's not currently equipped right now. I have in my boots 2 Hooms, and in my Heave I have 2 Evasion crystals because I am Evasion. And then in my Dandy I do have those other Hooms, but right now I am rocking those AP against monsters. So with that being said, and now we have all our buffs, let's head over to Jade Forest. All right, so we've made it over here towards Jade Forest. You can see it right here on the map. One important thing that you want to do before you start grinding here is you want to make sure that you connect your nodes from the town of Elton to Zever Highlands to Mountain Top Guard Post to Jade Starlight Forest, and then you want to put energy into those nodes. So you will click on it, click on invest energy in the top left, and invest energy, and you want to try to get it to level 10 because every level is going to give you a better chance of the mobs dropping more pieces. Also, whenever you get here, before you walk in, you want to go ahead and talk to Joden. He will go ahead and give you the dailies every day that you can use to get some Caphras stones and some other goodies from Jade Forest. So the main rotation that I use, we're going to go ahead and go across this little river. We're going to turn right, and you'll see some rocks right here. We're just going to park our mount right up on top of these rocks. All right, so make sure when you get here, you turn on your auto use items, Agris is really good here. I highly recommend grinding here with Agris, and make sure you got your loot scrolls turned on, set it to blue, and also remember to turn on your elk stone. So in this rotation right here, there's going to be 4 main mob packs that you're going to be killing. The first one is right here, the second one is right there, the third one is up on that rock, and the fourth one is back there. Every time you get to one of these packs, there's going to be a totem. Each totem does something different. So we're gonna go ahead and kill these mobs right here with these totems. So we're gonna go ahead here. And anytime the totem is up, the mobs are a little bit more tanky. As you can see, once the mobs actually get low and you blow up one of the mobs, all the other mobs will blow up, because anytime you blow up one mob, the other mobs will take a lot of damage and then they will also blow up. Also, you have a pretty high chance of spawning elites, which I just did. I spawned elites. Now, it's really important that you don't grind elites by themselves, because they have a lot of health and they take a really long time to kill. Remember the mechanic that I told you? Whenever you kill one of the mobs, it explodes. Well, the goal is to pull mobs that are elite into other mobs. So right here, we have a normal mob pack. And right here, we have a Jade lamp. A Jade lamp is very interesting because it will CC everything as soon as you kill it. So you want to make sure whenever you do kill it that you are using some sort of super armor, or else you will get CC'd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to iframe out of that. Now that the totem is down, I'm going to pull these 2 elites up, and I am going to kill these mobs with the elites here. So we're going to go ahead and wait just a second for this other elite to get up here, because we don't want to waste the explosion damage. So here we go. We're going to explode it. You can see the elites already took a decent amount of damage. They're already down to a 4th health because of the exploding mobs. And there we go. We've killed them. And we actually got a guardian. Now, these are really rare to spawn. I'm actually super surprised that this is spawning as I'm recording this. This is pretty dope. So this is actually a boss that pops up that is guaranteed ember every time, and has a chance to also drop you the blue artifact that gives you extra stam, which is really cool. It can also drop you a witch's token, which is something that we will talk about in tomorrow's video. This mob can also CC you a lot pretty easily, so make sure whenever it spawns the wolf, you kill the wolf pretty fast. Once you kill the wolf, it's going to actually absorb the wolf and its energy. So we're gonna go ahead and kill it like this. So there we go, she's gonna absorb it, and now we're gonna go ahead and finish her off. She does take a little bit of damage to kill, so let's go ahead and just make sure that we are putting in as much damage as we can on her. Go ahead and hit her with another super armor here. Hit her with some big damage right here. And that slam that she does will CC you, so make sure you look out for that. And as you can see, she does do a lot of damage. So like I said, make sure that if you have lower DP, you are, keeping yourself strong. You are keeping yourself topped up with health and other things. As you can see, we did get an ember from that. So once you get 100 embers, you can turn that ember into a flame, and you can turn either a Gyphon helmet that is, or a Geath helmet that is Kaffir level 10, or a Griffin helmet that is Kaffir level 10 into a Labreska helmet with the flame. So we're gonna go ahead and just kill this mob pack, and we're gonna go ahead and move to the next mob pack. So here we have another totem. Some of the totems decrease the opponent's DP and gives you more AP. Some of them CC the mobs, and they all do different things. As soon as you get that totem down, like I said, the mobs will take more damage. It will be easier to kill. So right there, we were able to finish them off pretty easily. And this is a flame tower here, so this is going to debuff them. So we're gonna go ahead and use our E buff. We're gonna go ahead and do good damage right here. I'm gonna blow up this mob, and it should kill everything else. Sometimes you do have one mob that kind of stays out of the range of the other mobs, so you won't be able to get too much damage onto that mob. Here we have another Jade lamp. This lamp's my favorite because it CCs everything. You can get a lot of down attack damage once you actually get this lamp down. So we're gonna super armor here so we don't get CC'd. We're gonna go ahead and get a lot of down attack damage here. Use everything that we have that is down attack. We're gonna kill everything pretty quickly. So here we go. We got another elite. Now I will show you why you want to kill the lamp before you pull the elites. If I don't kill the lamp first, the next pack, you're gonna see that these mobs are going to absorb the energy from the lamp, and it's going to be extremely hard to damage this lamp. So as you can see, the lamp communes with the jade lit flames. Now watch the health of the lamp. You can see it is taking almost no damage at all. So this is why it's really, really important, if you want to maximize your efficiency when you're grinding here, that you are destroying the lamp before you pull the elites over. Now, with that being said, there are 3 different types of elites, and there is one type of elite that you can actually pull over before you start destroying the lamp. So as you can see right now, the elites that we've gotten so far were the 2 mid-level sized elites. There is one really, really big elite that's the size of this big guy right here, and he will have a star on the map. So any elites, if you look in the top right hand corner right now, these elites, you can see the stars on them. The big guy, you want to make sure that you kill the lamp before you pull him. The 2 guys that I have right now, you want to make sure that you kill the lamp before you pull them. But there's going to be like 3 little midget elites. You can pull them before you actually go to the next pack to destroy the lamp, because they take so long to get to the lamp. By the time they get there, you will have the lamp down, and then you can actually basically just kill them right away. So it's pretty easy to make sure that you destroy the lamp before the little 3 guys get there, because they're, again, so slow. So that is a good pointer to point out. Other than that, that's pretty much it. There are some other rotations that you can do here. Now, there is a really, really cool event that you can get. It's pretty rare, but it's called a Witch's Token. You get that from that Ebajork that I fought earlier, that Guardian type lady. And that will take you up here to the Mountain of Eternal Winter for a really cool, like, 30-minute dungeon that is going to give you a chance at the end for boxes that can give you embers. I've gotten anywhere from 1 ember to 9 embers in there. That will be the video for tomorrow about how to use the Witch's Token and what it's like in that dungeon. Other than that, that's basically it for Jade's Forest. Like I said, the loot here is really, really good. You want to use your Agris here because it burns really slow. I think I started with like 60,000 Agris, and I've only burned like 800 so far, and I've done like 3 laps. So it burns super slow. You burn about 20,000 Agris every like hour and a half. So if you have 100k Agris, it's gonna take you like, I don't know, at least like 7 hours to burn it all. So it is really, really good to grind with your Agris here. Other than that, make sure that you're careful of the Jade Lamp because it will stun you. Make sure that you are keeping your health up because some of the mobs can hurt you pretty bad. Here we have the big guy, so what we're gonna do is we're going to just destroy this lamp. Do this, destroy it like this, and then 3 hits here, destroyed. Now this guy teleports to you super fast. So as you can see, this guy just teleports right over. So you'll see him right there, he is. And we can just go ahead and blow these other mobs up, and it should damage him pretty nicely. There we go, and he is about dead already. So just like that, it's really, really easy. I recommend if this rotation's taken, either go to a different server and try to find this rotation, or you can go up the hill back there and try to find another rotation. I just like this rotation because it's really nice. There's 4 lamps that are right next to each other, and it's pretty easy. I highly recommend grinding 4 lamps because 3 lamps is doable because the mobs do spawn pretty quickly. But with that being said, when you are getting elites pretty often, you are going to want to make sure that you are having that extra 4th lamp, because by the time you get back around, you're gonna have to wait for them to spawn. So that's why it's good to have 4 lamps. As you can see, I'm waiting here already, and now these ones just spawned in. I would have pulled that guy right down there, but he's an elite. And by the time that I was down there killing him, I could have already waited for this to spawn, kill the tower, and then pull him and kill him up here. That will be a lot faster, a lot more efficient. Unless some dude in a fish costume comes by and pulls your mob the whole way to Kingdom Come. So we're gonna wait for this guy to come back. Here he is. So we're gonna pull him and we're gonna bring him up here. Now this mob that followed us is probably gonna reset. So the normal mobs do reset. The elite mobs, you can pull them pretty far. So definitely just make sure that you are getting the practice in. As you can see, I just got hit really, really hard. So the elites can hit hard. Make sure you keep up your frontals, keep your health up, and you use pots if you do need them. I do not use pots just because I'm pretty good at keeping my health up, even though my health just went super low right there. But for the most part, this is a pretty chill grind spot. You do get a ton of spirit dust here, like a ton. You get a ton of Caphras. This spot is really, really good for silver if you are using Agris, as well as being able to get Caphras. You get so much spirit dust, you get so much Caphras. And that's about it. I hope that this guide was able to help you grind Jade Forest a lot more efficiently. I don't think there's anything that I missed. I have 50 embers, so I only need 50 more. I've been grinding here for a couple days now, and I love it. You also get a ton of blackstones. It's actually crazy. Other than that, we will have a video tomorrow on the dungeon for the Mountain of Eternal Winter. But with that being said, it's been your boy Slushy. Until next time, hope y'all are well. Peace.